Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ty, and I'm back with another quick video. This is going to be quick. I'm literally getting ready to leave my house, but I want to talk about the title, how to recognize when you're a bitter bitch. First off, I want to start off by saying this video is not meant to bash those of you who are here because you may feel like you are a bitter bitch. Because first off, the reason why I can speak on being a bitter bitch is because I used to be one. So, with that being said, I'm definitely not here to judge you, sweetheart. I'm really here to give you, some tips and pointers to recognize about yourself so that you can understand that you are bitter. Two, to help you realize that you don't have to always be that bitter bitch. You can outgrow that and become a person who have a lot of confidence within themselves, and someone who don't let shit like that even sweat them, whatever it is, whatever situation that made you bitter. So I'm gonna start off by saying the first key to realizing that you're bitter. When something happens in your life, a situation or whatever it is, when the situation happens in your life and you feel some type of way about it, let's say your boyfriend cheated on you, or your best friend went behind your back and told something that you told her in secret. Whatever it is, whatever the case may be, most of the times, whenever you're bitter about something, it's because of a situation that occurred that made you bitter. So, for me, I'm gonna talk about my situation. I used to be a bitter bitch because at the time I was in a relationship, and when I was in this relationship, I found out that my boyfriend was cheating on me. So when I found out he was cheating on me, I knew he was cheating on me, but me being the Scorpio that I am, I wanted to know who she was. Shit, he would never tell me. So that made me think, it just made me more curious about who she was, because why are you keeping it from me? So, long story short, fast forward a year later, I found out who she was. When I found out who she was, y'all, I spent so much time and so much of my energy at home, sitting in my living room, thinking and plotting on what I was going to do to this girl when I seen her, to the point that it was fucking bizarre. So what really made me mad about the situation is when I found out who the female was, it was somebody who I knew. And I also knew that me and her used to be, I'm not going to say friends, but we was, acquainted. We was associates. We used to talk on the phone and shit like that. But a situation had happened where she wanted to move in with me, and at the time I had already been through a situation with other people living with me and family members, and we was bumping heads, and I just didn't want to go through that with a complete stranger. Or I wouldn't say a stranger, but I just feel like when you deal with family, it's different, because you're gonna fight with family, but y'all family, y'all always gonna get back and stick together. At the end of the day, it's just like you fighting with your sister or your brother. At the end of the day, y'all always gonna get back cool, because y'all family. That's just what happens in families. That's just, it is what it is. But when you get in a fight with, let's say, someone that you consider a friend or acquaintance or associate, whatever you want to call it, now that's a little different. I don't know about y'all, but for me it's different, because I feel like, okay, I don't have to keep no ties with you, because shit, I don't got to deal with you ever again. You're not even my people. So for me, I'll cut you off real quick if you're not my people. And I just felt like, I didn't want to, her to move in with me, and then we end up the heads, because she had a very strong personality, and so did I. And I knew that about her. So since I knew that, this is my cinnamon water, y'all. It's cinnamon. It's a cinnamon stick in here, if you can see. And it's also moon water in here as well. If you don't know what moon water is, it's basically it's a full moon water, should I say. I sit the water out under the outside under a full moon, and when I did that, I put it in here. When my moon water got a little low, because it was starting to get a little low, I filled it up with water from here. And this is, even though it say Zephyr's Hill, it's not Zephyr's Hill's water. This is water from the beach. And yeah, so I don't know why, but I just felt led to spray some. So I'm just, for you guys who are wondering what the hell is that she's spraying, that this is what it is. So anyway, for those of you who don't know, cinnamon brings abundance, and I'm in my manifesting stage right now, so I'm gonna spray my cinnamon when I feel the need to. When spirit tells me to spray, I'm gonna spray. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So with us having such strong personalities, I just felt like, you know what, I don't think it's a good idea to let her move in with me, because, you know, when you move in, people, I know y'all done heard this before, but like, it's different. Like, you can get along with someone can be one of your best friend, but when you move in with that person, it's like you got to be with them 24/7. You start to see other sides of them that you didn't know that was there. You know what I'm saying? And it takes things on a whole different level. And a lot of times when people do that, move in with other people too fast without really knowing, you know, the characteristic or you know how that person really is when they're alone, you sometimes bump heads. That's why they say it takes at least 6 months to a year or whatever, I don't even know, but something like that, for you to really get to know someone, or, you know, when you're in a relationship with someone, because everybody have different, you know, sides of them, and you don't always get to see those sides until you actually move in with that person. So with that being said, I didn't think it was a good idea. At the time, I felt like, you know, me and her was, you know, like I said, we was talking on the phone a lot. She was venting to me a lot about things that was happening to her. And with me being who I am, I'm always being that person that's, you know, a listening ear. And just, you know, being there for someone. So when I see someone's down, like, it's been a time, I remember when I was in nursing school, someone in my class got a phone call, and on that phone call, I don't know what happened on the phone, but when I can tell, like, after the phone call, she was like, you know, in a different state, and she didn't look like she was mentally, you know, straight. And I felt like, you know, damn, like, I wonder if she's okay. And it wasn't because I wanted to be nosy or nothing like that, and it definitely wasn't because I was like, because I didn't like her. Because if most people who don't like someone to be like, shit, I don't know what happened, but they'll be, you know, chuckling in the corner like, that's what her ass get, whatever it is, that's what her ass get. But I'm not that person. I never been that person, and I would never be that person, because that's what, as a matter of fact, that's being the title of this video, a bitter bitch. So for me, like I was saying, I'm getting a little off track a little bit, but oh well, I'm gonna steer back to the topic in a minute. For me, I just felt like, you know, it's not really about whatever we had going on. That's one thing, but being there for someone when they look like they need somebody to be there for them, that's everything. And that's what we are all here for, no matter what. And that's why I don't hold on to grudges, because when you do hold on to grudges, that makes you a bitter bitch. So back to what I was saying, y'all. So yeah, so she asked me, can she move in? And I kind of, like, I ain't gonna lie, we was texting at the time, and I had stopped texting her, because I'm the type of person that sometimes it's kind of hard for me to say no to people, because I don't know, I guess I'm so nice. That's one of my flaws that I know I need to work on, is saying no, because I'm such a nice person. I'm always trying to be nice to people, that sometimes me trying to be nice to other people turns me into a people pleaser. And that is something that lately I really been working on a lot. And I just been reminding myself that at the end of the day, it's nobody more important to please in this world besides myself. And when I started to please myself, that's when I allow myself to vibrate at my highest, because I am allowing myself to be my true self. And when I allow myself to be my true self and vibrate at my highest possible, that's when I realized that all the things that I used to be bitter about, I released that, and I'm no longer that bitter bitch anymore. Now the things that, you know, people did to me to try to hurt me, I look back at those things and I realized that in the long run, it really made me a better person. And I'm thankful that back to what I was saying, to the topic, like I was sitting in my living room, it's crazy to me when I think back on how much time I spent imagining in my head what I was going to do to this girl when I seen her. And like I was just saying, I think a little bit more of this thing came from the fact that I knew her, and I felt like this was her way of trying to get back at me, because when I never text her back, we never spoke again. She never called me, she never texted me, and that was that. So I felt like in my heart she was holding a grudge against me because of that, because at the time, like I said, she wanted to move in with me, and she was going through a lot at her home, where her mom, in the situation they was, that she was in, and I guess she felt like, with me not texting her back, she probably felt like I let her down, and she probably felt like, well, damn, like, she supposed to be, someone who I'm cool with or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, like, I'm asking her, can I move in with her, and she don't even want to, like, she couldn't even had the audacity to even say yes or no. Like, she could at least say no, but I didn't say anything, because like I just said, I was thinking to myself, like, dang, I don't really want to tell her no, so I just decided to not say nothing at all. But with me doing that, I guess it made her a bitter bitch towards me. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I know that I didn't owe her anything, but I could have at least gave her, I guess, a no. But who cares? It's the past. Move on. Anyway, so with everything that I just told y'all, I was a little bit more heated with the situation, because I felt like, because it was her, and I felt like, okay, this must be her way of getting back at me, because like I said, I haven't seen the girl, spoke to the girl, heard from the girl, no nothing since that happened, and that was years ago, when the situation with me and her happened, when she asked to move in with me. At the time when this happened, I wasn't even in a relationship with the person who I was in a relationship at the time. I didn't even know him. So when I found out it was her, I found out also that when in the midst of them talking, she had ended up finding out that I was his lady. So when she found out I was his lady, I found out that she was going even harder trying to fuck with him. So when I found that out, that gave me even more confirmation, like, she knew exactly what the fuck she was doing. So now the situation with her being a bitter bitch flipped to me being a bitter bitch, because now her bitterness caused her to want to do something to affect me. And when she did that, I allowed her plot and her plan to affect me. And when I allowed that shit to affect me, I allowed myself to become a bitter bitch. So instead of having just one bitter bitch, we got two bitter bitches. So now I'm playing the game with her, and I'm sitting at home, and I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do to this girl when I see her. And when I tell y'all, it went to the extreme. Like, the extreme, like, I would literally be in my living room, like, acting like Ali. Like, I wanted to hurt this girl so bad that I would, like, in a way, be training for what I'm gonna do to her when I see her. I even went so far, y'all, to had a conversation with the divine. Like, I promise y'all, this is so crazy now that I'm talking about this, because I'm laughing at myself. But I remember having a real conversation too, like how, like, you know how you had that come to Jesus moment, but it's like ain't no plan when you come to Jesus. Like, I was dead ass serious. And I told the divine, listen, I love you so very much. And I know that, you know what I'm saying, I know that you're working on me, and I know that you want me to, be positive, and all this stuff. But I told the Lord, when I see this girl, I'm gonna beat her ass. And I asked the Lord to please forgive me for it, because I knew that I had already made my mind up. Even though that I knew the Lord didn't want me to do that, I had already told myself, listen, Lord, forgive me in advance, because this is what I'm gonna do. So, like I said, like I did this for a while, because and it's so crazy when I'm sitting here talking about it now, y'all, because like I told you at the beginning of the video, I didn't find out who she was until a year after, I found out that he was even cheating on me. So, damn, what I was just gonna say. So when I did find out, oh yeah, that's what it was. Me and him was still, like I said, obviously we were still together, because I found out a year later. But anyway, well, yeah, it ain't got to be we together. But yeah, we were still together. And when I found out a year later, we were still together. And I just said that 3 times. My bad, y'all. But anyway, when I found out, I was so mad that I damn near almost broke up with his ass. And it's so crazy because even though it was like I had to like, I ain't gonna lie, I really feel like if it was nothing but God's grace in that relationship. Because if I would have found out who she was when I found out a year, before that when he was cheating, I know that I wouldn't have been with him still. I know I wouldn't have. Because for me, and I'm not making no excuses for anybody to cheat on anybody with any person. This is just my own opinion. This is just me. This is just Ty. Everybody gonna do their own thing, and please don't judge me because at the end of the day, every motherfucker in this world done been cheated on, and if you haven't, you will one day. Believe that. But anyway, for me, I felt like it's one thing for you to cheat on me, but it's a whole another thing for you to cheat on me with somebody that I know. You know what I'm saying? And at the time when he did, what he did, he didn't even know that I knew her. But in the midst of them, trying to be sneaky behind my back, he found out that she did know me. So that's why he ended up eventually more to the story. Well, that's part of the reason he ended up stopped talking to her anyway. But obviously the main reason is because of me. How can you lose somebody like me? I mean, it's like losing. Anyway, I digress. But anyway, when he found out that she knew me, he instantly stopped fucking with her because he realized that it's really stupid to lose a queen to trash, for one. And then for two, you know what? I'm going to take that back. Because as I said that, I felt like, you know what? I'm not even going to downgrade no woman in this video. That's what I'm not going to do. Because when I did that, I felt like I was being a bitter bitch again. Because what makes her trash? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, let's keep it real. I ain't gonna say I've been in her shoes before where I knew somebody and I intentionally went after that nigga because I knew them, because I don't play games like that. I don't even play like that. If I ain't, like, I just don't play games like that, period. But what I'm not gonna sit here and do is I'm not gonna sit here on my platform and make myself feel like I'm better than the next woman and act like I never been the person who had relations with a man who I knew was in a relationship. I'm not going to do that because that'll be flawing me. And even though it's not the most, I'm not proud of that. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real on myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real with myself and with everybody else. Because if I can't keep it real with myself, I can't keep it real with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? And when you become that person who always want to point their finger and get mad at everybody else for what's going on, that's when I'm trying to get y'all to see, that's when you become that bitter bitch. You understand me? Like, she was never, how I just said how I was so quick to just call her trash like that. But in reality, then what was I when I was doing it? I was trash too. So if you're going to talk about somebody else being trash, talk about you being trash too. Let's just keep it real though. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop being mad at people for doing some shit that you know you have done before too. And better yet, even if you haven't done it to somebody else before, stop being mad at people for being who they are. Embrace that shit and be happy that people are showing you who they are. Like Maya Angelou say, believe who people show that they are the first time around. You understand what I'm saying? And when they show you who they is, see them for who they is, and you still continue to shine bright and be who you are. Be your authentic self. Don't let that shit, whatever happened to you, whatever they try to do to you to dim your light, don't let it dim you. Because when you let that shit dim you, you don't turn into nothing but that bitter ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I say, like, I really want to make this video for the people who going through that season right now, who probably just, don't even realize that you are bitter. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't realize I was bitter. I just felt like, oh, she got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I felt like she tried me. And it's been more situations too. I can speak on a million situations right now where I, reflect on. I realized, damn, I was a little bitter about that shit. And that's probably why I was so holding on to so much anger for so long, because I was bitter about it. And now that it's like now I'm in the season, like, man, I ain't being bitter about nothing. If something happened and once it comes to the light, I'm cool with that. Shit, I'm happy it came to the light. If it came to the light, it was meant to come to the light. Everything happening in the dark gonna come to the light anyway. And when it comes to the light, I ain't gonna sit around here and be like, oh, power, my hands folded up, with my face all scrunched up, being angry, making myself look old, and then, oh, man, I ain't got time for that. I'm not gonna waste my energy on shit like that. For what? So I can be a part of the bitter club? For what? Like, that shit is crazy. Like, they say, the crabs, they always pull you down in the bucket. That's what crabs do. They want you to stay at the bottom of the bucket with them. And they ain't crawling with no crabs. I'm elevating high with the ascended masters. I'm getting downloads. I'm getting all that. I'm getting good sauce. No bad vibes. All good vibes over here. So I carried on a little more than I expected to, because I clearly just said I had somewhere to go 20 minutes ago when I started this video. But it is what it is. So I'm about to go, y'all. I love y'all very much. And I hope that this video helped a person who are in their bitter season realize that you don't have to keep waking up every day putting these thoughts in your head about how you gonna come out and how you gonna do this or how you gonna do that when you see and when you, like, fuck all that, man. Be in your divine timing right now. Be in the present. Whatever happened in the past, leave that shit in the past. Focus on the future. Focus on elevating, and understand that it's something in my head. I keep hearing it. Is one of Beyonce verses. The best revenge is my paper. And I'm gonna end it with that, y'all. I love y'all so very much, and until next time. Oh yeah. Shout out to all my new subscribers, and please, if you like this video, what you waiting on? Subscribe. Just hit the little button. It's right there. Not too far for y'all guys to reach. Too far for you guys to reach. But until next time, like I said, and I love you guys. Bye.